Hey guys, this is a video that you won't really be watching, but you'll definitely be listening. So, while you're technically watching the video, just go make some food, go do something, because there's no real gameplay in the background. The video editor that I wanted to do the commentary on with my buddy, we couldn't really do it as long as I wanted because of the video editor. So we kind of had to do it like raw on the spot on a game menu because we didn't want any audio interfering with the conversation. So enjoy. Alright, hey, what is going on, guys? It is me, Ryan, with a special guest. Say your name. Brennan. Alright. This is one of my good friends. We're going to be talking about some real quick features that we'd like to see and hopefully will be really good in Red Dead Redemption 2. So first we're going to talk about the hype / all features. So, I mean, what would you want to, like, see out of this? I mean, we're looking from what IGN, hopefully IGN hasn't been, like, paid off. Because we've heard some of the same things from IGN in the past about GTA 5 with the AI, where they were like, oh, well, the AI will have their own schedule. So hopefully this is a lot more reworked. And,
Right.
and whatnot.
More realistic.
Yeah, and so hopefully this is completely done in a proper way. But from what it sounds like, it's sounding a bit different. We can
It's sounding pretty promising.
yeah, we can expect something especially if the map is smaller and we don't have to worry about like cars and huge explosions like GTA 5. We can run things a lot more smoother, and especially since it's not limited to last gen, which is even better. So what do you got to say about that, or any features that you would like to talk about, etc.?
You know what I want? I want it to be like more like, you know how Max Payne was, or how, because I never really played Max Payne, but from what you told me, Max Payne sounded like a really good game, and honestly, I kind of want it to have, a lot of gore aspect to it,
Yeah, because GTA 5 really just had like a red bullet hole when you got
It's
shot.
arcade stylish.
Yeah, and Red Dead, the first Red Dead, not the first Red Dead like Red Dead Revolver, but Red Dead Redemption, you shot somebody in the head and you'd see like the back of their head peel open like a banana.
Yeah.
So
So graphic.
yeah, and Max Payne was very similar with that, but Max Payne was a way reworked version of Red Dead system, and oh man, it ran and it looked so good because it was a lot more linear. It wasn't really open world, so obviously they got to run and put a lot more details on last gen because it was so linear. And so if we're looking at something a lot smaller than GTA 5, and we already saw what GTA 5 somewhat looked like, like we can expect a lot. So the next thing will be graphics and engine, which we already kind of covered the graphics part, and it does look really good. It looks better than 5, obviously.
Yeah, it does, of course.
What would you like to expect from the engine?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I want a lot of things. I just want it to be smooth. I want it to be sort of like GTA 4, kind of, in terms of physics
Yeah.
and thing, engine-wise too.
Yeah.
GTA 4, great.
Yeah, I would want to see a sorry to cut you off if that sounded like I did, but I'd want to see like a more reworked and hopefully a very like similar engine to Max Payne 3 and LA Noire, because we already know LA Noire kind of took off of what Max Payne 3 worked off of. Obviously, Rockstar always takes off of what they last worked on to improve it. So hopefully, like, because in Red Dead, there's two types of. I always notice this when I shot somebody, especially and they died quickly, because it was mostly headshots. That's how you killed somebody quickly in the game. Like, I mean, that's obvious. But when you shot somebody in Red Dead, sometimes they would just drop, and then there was other times where they would still be standing and walking a little bit, like just like they take a few steps. Like I guess it was somewhat immersive, but not really. Like I'd want to see a more realistic. Because obviously, if you shoot somebody in the head, they're not gonna take a few steps. I'm sorry, not to be on some like live leak type stuff, but they're not gonna take a few steps forward Yeah, especially if you shot him in a nice spot.
Yeah,
You're
man.
talking about if you're actually being realistic, but who that we're not getting that realistic. But animation and movement. All right. So with animation and movement, obviously we're gonna expect a lot. Hopefully, Red Dead. Oh my God, the running was horrible. Ah, it was
Yes,
so
yes, it was
stiff.
bad.
Like you couldn't
It was
turn
stiff.
smooth. Like
It
he
felt like a
when
tank.
yeah,
It felt like a tank.
when he was running, like, and you kind of wanted to turn, like he was like turning really wide, and it
It
was
was
just
like
felt
Skate 2 almost.
yeah, it just felt so weird. Yeah, kind of like Skate 2's running. Yeah,
It
like
was so tanky, bro.
yeah, it was very tanky. Like the running, it was just so weird. But hopefully, about like movement and animation, I'm really hoping that they bring back the climbing system and a lot of like the features and
Yes.
even like the laying on the floor and being able to fall down and still lay on the floor until you decide to move is good. Like
Hmm.
because obviously if I lay down in real life, I have to decide on whether or not I want to get up. Like that's simple. That's obvious and Max Payne 3 had that. You fell on the floor, if you move the stick to get up, he's going to get up. Um and I kind of want a prone. I kind of want a prone I want a prone system because we already saw something in I think it was trailer 2. In trailer 2 in Red Dead 2, that sounded weird. On Red Dead Redemption 2's trailer 2, we saw a clip, and hopefully it's not a cutscene. Hopefully this is actually a little bit. It could be a cutscene, but obviously it's still in-game graphics. But hopefully it's not like a program cutscene because I want to
Yeah,
crawl. I want to be able to
yeah.
prone
I want that feature to come.
and
Like, once you get
fire
it.
and fire. Yeah, because like if they're going for a realistic approach, how are you gonna not forget? Like, put that in. Like,
Yeah.
you know how cool it would be to be like coming up on a town or like a little group of players with their buddies, and guys all like prone up on like a cliff or some hill, looking down at guys with
Hmm.
rifles. That'd be so tight. That'd be awesome.
I
That
want a climbing feature as
yeah, the
well.
climbing features from 4 and Red Dead.
Yes.
that
Especially for, oh my god.
We can expect the clothing movement. Sorry to cut you off. We can expect the clothing movement to kind of be like LA Noire, because LA Noire really had some nice clothing physics for Red Rockstar at least. Max Payne 3 kind of had some little clothing physics, and it was like on like the little end pieces of his jacket, but that didn't really count. I mean, it was like the very like little end. I guess LA Noire still had like a little bit of it too. It was kind of near the
Yeah.
end, but still, I'd like to see something better. What time are we at?
6 minutes and 38 seconds.
Oh wow, we're cutting through this quick. We're making it good. All right, map size. What we're hearing, the leaked map. I'm not the as how because I remember GTA 5's map got leaked as well, just like this, and it it did turn out to be real. I believe. Was it? Did it? I'm pretty sure it did.
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay, well, basically, I'm kind of because I did hear that Rockstar actually had to move like a mountain, like a few like I forgot how far they had to move it, but they basically redesigned they moved the mountain, and they had to redesign a bunch of other locations, and supposedly like it took time, obviously, but because Rockstar's a quality company, GTA 5 was like the only issue because obviously they had to limit it. They had to limit
That
a
was
lot of it.
the game out of the entire series.
Yeah, out of all of Rockstar's games, from what I've known, like all of Rockstar's games came out with like quality features, or just in general, it came out with quality put into it. Who like the Warriors, that was good, and then they said, like I was about to go on to the fighting. I don't want to skip that too much, but we'll get on the fighting after the map size. But in general, I just kind of want this map size to be a little bit more. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit or a lot more smaller than 5's map, because let's be honest, we don't have cars. We don't have cars in Red Dead that are going to be traveling 90 to 100 plus miles an hour. Like
And
it
you
took.
don't want a big empty map either.
Yeah, you don't want a big because we already look at what happened with like Paleto Bay and Sandy Shores. Everybody was in the city, and like the only people who were really out there like now, because GTA is kind of like community wise. I wouldn't want to say player base wise, but like community wise, it's kind of boring. It's kind of dead a little bit. Like
Yeah.
hopefully nobody hates on me in the comments because of that. But Like the only people who really chill in the Sandy Shores and Paleto Bay are like military guys and biker gangs. That's basically
Yeah,
it.
that's it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's dead.
So, you know, with a horse, you're looking at like 30 miles to 40 an hour, like maybe 50. The fastest horse in the game, probably. I don't know how fast horses run. But you're looking at GTA 5 took like 5 to 7 minutes with vehicles 90 to 100 plus. And, you know, if the map was bigger than that and the horses taking that, man, you're going to have like fast travel features at every town because people are going to get tired of trying to run. So, trying to run everywhere with their horse. But, so how do you feel about that? You want to put some, or just in general, what do you want to add onto whatever?
Yeah, I'm hoping for a fast travel option, obviously. I'm sure that's going to be implemented without a question. Even though the map's going to be kind of small, that's fine. But, yeah, no, I basically feel like I want there to be... I just want everything to be good, honestly. I just really have high hopes for this.
Yeah. Yeah, I really don't want this to kind of be too much of a letdown.
I don't want it to be like GTA 5.
Yeah,
Like
GTA 5 wasn't that much of a letdown when we first got it, but after a while, like, the flaws started to show through.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, let's be honest.
Story-wise was just so dull. It was just dull.
Yeah, compared to their, like, previous... Like, hopefully nobody, like... Because obviously this is all opinion. Or, I mean... Yeah, I'd kind of lean a little bit to saying it's a little bit more factual-based compared, you know, for Rockstar. Because almost a lot of the stories were good.
Yes.
But GTA 5 just felt very comedic. It felt very... Like, there were some dark moments, but there's a scene in Max Payne 3 where you literally walk in to this place. It's like on this mission where you are in a yacht or whatever. And there's, like, a bunch of people who were just executed. Like, Max Payne 3 was so dark. It was so fucked. And I loved it. I really loved Max Payne 3. It was a great game. Max Payne 3 had oh man, there's a mission where you run in this hallway and there's a dude who was blown up, but you can clearly see his guts just laying on the floor. Like GTA 5 never had any of that.
Yeah. Except for that one scene where that guy got the back of his head blown out.
Yeah, that was basically it. But GTA 5 never had any of that. Now, I'm not saying in Max Payne 3 you could run around and kick the dude's guts everywhere. It didn't have physics. But you could see that there was detail to more than just the character model. So...
We got about a minute, 50 seconds.
Alright, we're going to end this up right here. This is part 1 to the clip, to our talking on Red Dead 2's hype. So we're going to head out. You want to say peace? Or how do you want to say... what's your outro to the second part?
I'm about to finish this up, so just wait on the next clip.